Hi, this is Aaron for BandLab, and in this video we're going to make a beat in the style of the late great Pop Smoke using BandLab's free online DAW. You can open this project yourself with the link in the video description, and if you find this guide useful, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell to be the first to know when new videos drop. For this project, we're going to be working in double time so that we can program in some 30-second note hat rolls. So I start by setting the project tempo to 180 BPM. First element I'm going to create is the beat, so I add a virtual instrument track and select the drum pad's trap kit preset. First, I create a closed hi-hat part on eighth notes. You can hold Option on Mac or Alt on Windows and drag on MIDI notes to duplicate them. Next, I place a mid 808 snare on the third beat of each bar and layer it up with a clap. For the kick, I place notes on the first and fourth beat of the first bar. To give the beat a little touch more funk, I set the view grid size to 30-second notes and create a roll before the second snare. I'm going to drop the velocity of every other note to make this sound slightly more natural, but I don't want it to sound overly humanized, so I only drop the velocity to 90. I duplicate this 2-bar sequence out, and for the second time around, I add another kick between the second and third beat of the first bar, an 808 snare without a clap between the first and second beat of the second bar, and another kick halfway through the fourth beat of the second bar. I also move the hat roll to the last beat of this bar. Finally, I copy the 4-bar sequence out again and tweak the kicks at the start of the third bar of the new version. Now it's time for some music. For this, I'm going to use the piano, electric piano instrument, and I sequence some chords that go A sharp minor, G sharp major, G sharp sus2, and F sharp major. This creates a smooth, descending melodic movement. Let's smooth it out even more by opening the effects section and adding a tone multi-filter effect. I set the filter frequency to around 300 Hz, which keeps just the low mids in place and makes the mids and highs of the beat stand out more in the mix. I need to start balancing these elements, so I turn the beat down to -3 dB and the electric piano down to -6 dB. Next, I'd like to add a touch of class, so I create a new virtual instrument track and select the strings harp instrument. For this, I just add a short A sharp minor chord at the start of the first bar. To make this sound more realistic, I turn off View, Snap to Grid, and drag the notes to the right slightly as they ascend, creating a strumming effect. I'd like this part to sound more natural, so I open up the effects panel and this time select the Bright Room preset. Then I turn the track down to -9 dB so it's not too loud. For the big booming 808 bass, I select the synth bass 808 bass instrument, which simply follows the root notes of the chords. feel like the sub-bass frequencies of the kick and the 808 are interfering with each other, so I add a multi-filter to the drum track, set it to high-pass mode, and tune the filter cutoff frequency to around 80 Hz. This cuts out the subs of the kick, leaving room for the low frequencies of the 808. I want an atmospheric weather sound effect, so I click the Samples button at the bottom right-hand corner of the interface, then select the Loops tab. I type Storm into the text field and drag Field Recording Storm in Car onto a new audio track. I want to thin the sound out, so I add a multi-filter effect, change its filter type to bandpass, and set the frequency to around 480 Hz. I also turn its track volume down to around -7.5 dB. For the arrangement, I begin with the electric piano and the harp, with the storm effect providing some atmosphere. I double-click the storm audio clip and use the fade handle to fade the sound out. Before the beat kicks in, I use a simple fill of an open hat plus the snare and clap to introduce it. And the beat plays for 8 bars before the bass drops. For the breakdown section, I have 4 bars of no beat with the storm sound effect, which again fades out, followed by 4 bars of beat before the bass drops again. The outro mirrors the intro, with just the electric piano, harp, and storm effect. Remember, you can fork this project to make your own version of it using the link in the video description. Have fun!